On the spin on the baseline and a block out of the sky, but count that one, the block by Cardwell. But
still allowing your team to morph. I still think this Auburn team has not reached their ceiling yet. They can be more efficient in some aspects of the game, but it all starts for them on the defensive end.
It's an interesting thing to say, too, because it's
you still have some young players that are still finding out where their rhythm is on the offensive floor.
Room beyond the three, and knocks that one down, and that could be a very bad early.
But he's a rhythm shooter, and if he gets going offensively, that only creates more gaps to drive.
Room picking up the rebound. By the way, he's going to graduate later today. Kelly from the wing.
Played his first 3 seasons at Georgia Tech. Gives him another perimeter threat, also length defensively.
Today, they are rearing to go about their Auburn Tiger team. Little follow-away line driver there by Kelly.
But these guys actually make contact, so you have to communicate if you're the opposing defender.
Oh, bro, terrific move to get inside for 2. The 6'10 senior out of Plant City, Florida. Room at the top of the key. Here's Pettiford, the freshman, long range. Yes.
What a play.
Knocks down the 3. Here's Kelly. Now at 5, Broom took a look at it, looking to blow by, lays it in.
Chance to go to places like that, you recognize how fragile investment that teams are putting in.
Oh, very well said. 15-7, Auburn trying to add to that. And Will on the long 3 by He's averaging 14 and 7. The Hall of Fame Bowl that Auburn won 31-14.
So you're saying Ohio State didn't have the same recruiting budget back then?
Apparently not. Broom again, pretty much getting anything he wants, huh? A battle, and Ohio State will win that. Oh, what a play coming out of nowhere by Chris Moore.
All of a sudden, Auburn with the steal on the defensive end, and another finish by Janai Broom. Yes, it does. Dave O'Brien. What are you talking about?
On the drive, Pettiford. Jones will loft this one up there and switch that one in, and he's hit a couple early. 25-8. Tigers looking to build on that. Pettiford with a tremendous move. Can't finish that, though. And it goes for the save, but a spectacular effort.
Incredible. And we got a chance to talk to Bruce Pearl about it. They were saying, hey, he is super athletic. It doesn't mean he could jump high off the ground, but
Pettiford, the outstanding freshman, tried to cut that off the window. They've been taking very good care of the ball, passing the ball very well. And on the run out, Mobley is going to lay that in. A well-run-up play here.
In order to beat one of those top-tier teams in the country, you got to make free throws as well.
Stewart trying to finish in. Will with the slam.
What a strong finish.
Significant offensive droughts here in the first half. It's like 6 or 7 minutes now for Auburn. 6.5.
Well, Auburn just, it feels like they get bored sometimes on the offensive end, and they have poor shot selection. So, like, obviously right here, make down low. That is what Janai Broom.
Broom talks about Cardwell. He said, he's like a little brother to me, and he's so much fun to play with.
Well, I think it's a differentiator. That's the thing you love about college basketball. A lot of coaches. Well, Obi, I love it when you can do it and then back it up, right? It's not a good thing when you do it and then there's nothing on your resume or in the box score that proves the front of your chest. They care about digging into your psyche and beating you out over 5, 6'6", 6'9", and 6'8". I mean, that's NBA size.
Kelly swishes into triples. 49%.
I saw Miles Kelly play last year for Damon Stoudemire when they beat North Carolina at Georgia Tech, and he's a guy that can get going offensively, but still has more freedom because of the style in which he's back to Ohio State. Look, I think he's one of the most talented players there is in college basketball. Obviously, the numbers don't prove turnover issue earlier, but the more he settles into the game, will continue to prove the offensive ceiling for the Buckeyes.
Deep in the corner. Into the paint. Airborne. What a sweet shot. Love you guys in there. I love hearing Malcolm in there as well. Another one of my partners.
Doing the Tennessee game, and we brought Karl Anthony Towns over to the desk for the halftime report. And I'm now the second best player. I'm like, you big guys get me all the time. And Seth jumped right in. He's like, first Yao Ming, now you, Karl. So he's good at the zingers. Oh my goodness, these guys, man.
28 to go in the half. And of course, they had the now infamous team scuffle on the plane in the absolutely brutal SEC. Pettiford, the gifted freshman. He swishes in a triple.
That's where I keep wondering about what the true ceiling of this team is. They are still, look, they're not a finished product.
There's another talented freshman at 6'6", out of Boston, Mass. Get him into the flow. And Jones can't miss right now. Man, is Auburn cooking. 45-18 with 90 seconds before the break. Johnson with an answer on the offensive end. The back down. Broom getting inside. Denied. He'll follow. And you're going to count that basket. It's goaltending. On two different occasions here in the first half.
Talking about Ohio State team averaging 82 points per game.
Yep. Over the top. Cardwell with the slam. Final seconds of the first half. Stewart in the lane, blocked by Cardwell.
First off, what incredible hands by Sean Stewart to catch that pass. It's a hard pass to catch, but what an even more incredible block by.
Has been a wall. Royal off the inbounds, and that's the end of the first half. And the Tigers, as impressive a half as they've had so far in the young basketball.
Offensive goaltending here. The ball goes up, going to be hard from the angle, but yeah, that ball's still in the cylinder. And then the passing of Janai Broom, just once again.
He'll get it back outside. Here's Kelly way downtown and short. And a foul on the deck with 17:06 to go. Now, when Janai came over to say hello, what did he? 0 for 5, and he's 0 for 2 from three-point land. That's a big miss today. Jones will float in two.
Defense kind of expand, take his time, turn over that shoulder, read the defense again, and take a fadeaway jumper.
Stewart on the baseline. Hits a tough shot over coming up next. Pettiford up top. Oh, he couldn't finish it. Cardwell's had a couple of magnificent dunks today. Now he gets it back, and there she is.
National Player of the Year. What Kentucky's been able to do, what Mark Post's been able to do at Kentucky, beating. It just goes on. And then obviously Tennessee, which I think Tennessee probably is the best defensive team in the country. They have some offensive gaps at times where they can be a little bit stuck, but still.
And it is incredibly grueling in their case because right around the corner every week out of the state of Ohio, he's a really good player, this guy.
Pounds, last 6 games averaging 17.5 points. Coach Diebler calls him the everyday guy because he just practices good habits every single day. It starts with how he communicates. It starts with how he plays. And you see why he's the leader. Okay, so now we're talking about a team that goes 12-13 deep.
Yeah.
Just think about that.
Cardwell with another block. He has been doing that all day here in Atlanta, and he wants to hear it.
The square. Easily, that's how.
A long stretch here in the second half. Janai Broom, who's against Ohio State. An Ohio State team that played a pretty tough schedule.
There was a picture online.
Auburn's done it several times today, coming out of nowhere to block shots. And Ohio State has not been able to determine what hit them.
So it sets the standard of every time you step your foot on the line, you can play 10 minutes, 20 minutes, but you're going to play hard. If not, somebody else will come in and play those minutes for you. Nothing is given with Bruce Pearl's style of play.
10 points, 8 rebounds, 4 block shots. Little fall away will be knocked down by Dip.
They're overly anticipating it because they want to block every shot, but he's very disciplined defensively.
Hafey denied underneath. That's the left open up top and knocks down the triple. Hudson, a 6'7" senior, does not get. That's in another triple coming, around and out that time. It's really the opening minutes of the game was from three-point land. Both of these teams can shoot it.
Wolf, transfer from Yale, is one of the most dynamic players we have in the game. He's one of the top players along with Brady Smith and Fletcher Lawyer. I mean, both the SEC and the Big Ten are just loaded.
Ja'Kai Howard going skyward and slamming it.
Auburn.
Well, Janai Broom in a 2020 day. And Bruce Pearl, his morning started off with a new grandbaby daughter. And it's going to finish really well tonight with a couple of graduates.